Today we are going to see about the project management and the tracker system that enables us to track a project with various receipts that we are going to create and what various invoice that we are going to raise for the customer. So let us directly jump into an example and see what are the facilities available here. Let me create a project. So let us assume that project is for creating a motor, and this is the item number, and it is going for the BK industries. Okay, so BK is the industry. So for BK industry, I'm going to create this item. Okay, and let's say the start date of the project is today, and it is going to be for the period of 1 week. Okay, and the total project value that we agreed is for 1,50,000. Let's say 2 lakhs. Okay, 2 lakhs, and whatever cost that we are estimating is we plan to complete by 1,50,000. Okay, and total number of invoice allowed is, let's say if suppose customer is okay to bill 4 to 5 invoices based upon the expense. Let's say for 20% he is expecting one invoice, right? We are allowed to track that one. Let's say we are planned to give 3 invoices, and the project status is, let's say this is an undertaken project. Okay, so now let's say tomorrow we are going to start the project. So to start the project, right, we just want to update the status of the project to start, right? So this is the project, and here just click on the update project, and we need to click on the project status has started. Okay, so this will start the project. Okay, now to track the expense, let's say today you are planning to procure some spares for that item. Okay, so let's say this is the item, and you are planning to buy the spares. Okay, so the first receipt to get spares. Okay, spares cost. Okay, spares cost. So let's say this 40,000 is the spares cost. So once you are giving the spares cost, right, immediately the amount remaining from the project will be getting reduced. So if there is any GST, you can include, otherwise you can put it as 0. And the receipt date, right? So it we can mark it as today's date. Okay, so if suppose if you are going to track it like for the next repetitive months, right, you can put the next due date of the receipt also. Okay, so this we'll see it after some time. Let's say we'll take an resource building concept, and there we will see it. Okay, so now let me save this one. Okay, so this is done. So we created a receipt. Now let's say we create another receipt that is for labor. Okay, the labor cost is, let's say it is 60,000. Okay, so 60,000 is done, and the cost, let's say it is going to build on 26th. Okay, so now you have created 2 receipts. So to know what is happening in the project, right, the project manager can go to the project summary, and here he can select the project. So this is our project, right? He can select and click on apply. So here he can track. So there are 2 receipts. Receipt number 1 is for spares cost, and receipt number 2 is for the labor cost. And here he can see the total cost. Okay, so total receipt amount, right? So here as of now for 1 lakh we already raised the receipt, but we have not raised any invoice. Okay, so now let's say the uh, client is okay to raise a invoice, and he planned to give it for the spares. Okay, so now spares cost. Okay, so this is the invoice spare cost for the client, and we are billing them 50,000. Okay, so now the total value of 2 lakh 50,000 we billed. Okay, so now 50,000 we bill. Now if you go to the summary and see for this one, we can see we already created 2 receipts and one invoice. So the one invoice is for 50,000, and these 2 is for 1 lakh. Now let's say the thing is the development is over. Now we want to do the cosmetic, like painting and other things are other expenses are there. We want to track those expenses. So let's say the third invoice is for painting. Okay, so here you can come and give for painting job. Okay, so here you can track it 10k for painting job. Okay, and GST amount is 0. and you can say the receipt date as this one. Okay, that's it. Okay, now there will be some overheads on this one, right? Let's say the overheads might be some miscellaneous cost, right? So we'll park the overhead cost over overhead cost miscellaneous, and that is for 5k. Okay, and amount is this one, and that receipt is for 26th. Okay, so now we have done, so everything we need not want to type. Okay, so here if you can just give help receipt now, so it will give the format. Okay, the sample format. Okay, so I have taken the sample format already. So let's say the fifth one is right, fifth receipt is for instead of overheads, right? Let me put dash outside job. Okay, outside outside job, and outside job that receipt is for 20k, GST amount is 0, let's say, and this is the project name. Okay, so if you are just passing this to the chat, right, immediately it will create a thing. So you can go and see the receipt here. So we have all receipts, you can see the receipts that we okay, here it is coming for the all the projects. So here if you are selecting this project and click on the search, right, then this project will be cost will be there. So the outside job is for this one. Okay, so now let's say what is the cost that we have till now. What is the cost of this project? Till now the cost is 1,35,000. Okay, so now to know what is the thing, right, what is the cost that we are estimated. So the total cost project cost is 2 lakh, and our cost we are planned to complete with 1,50,000. So here the project summary, if you see, you can track everything. So the project cost is 2 lakh and our cost is 1,50,000, and now we have invoiced for 50,000 only, and we have spent 1,35,000. Now let's say if you want to put another invoice to the customer that to require some cost, right, you can go ahead and create a invoice. Okay, so this is the invoice for the customer. Invoice number is 2. First first let's say it's first partial payment. Okay, and the amount is for 70,000. Okay, invoice date is 26th. Okay, that's it. So now here go on, we can see the total thing. So we have created two invoices. So 1,20,000 we have recovered, and 1,35,000 we have done. So the final thing we will ship, we want to ship, right? So let us go and track that cost. So we'll go and create a shipment cost. Sixth shipment cost, and the amount is for 15k. Okay, GST amount is 0, so that's it. So we have consumed the planned amount, so that you can see here, consumed the planned amount. Total receipt we already created for 1,35,000. Now with this 15,000 it will be 1,15,000. So that's it, it is done. So now for we can see the total here. So 1,50,000, the receipt is closed for 1,50,000. We can see all the things. So let's say if you want to try, put another invoice, right? So you can go ahead and create another invoice. Create another invoice for that thing. So invoice number 3, second and partial payment, and that is for amount. So we already, okay, so let's say the 40,000 we will put. Okay, so now for 40, the remaining 40 will consume after the shipment. Okay, so now we'll go and see what is the project summary. Okay, so the project summary, so we agreed for 2 lakh, we invoiced for 1 lakh 60 and the total receipt is this one. So we are already the project is in profit of 10. Okay, 10k. So now we will go and recover the remaining 40 by creating a new invoice. Okay, next invoice, that is for 40. Okay, that's it. So we recovered all the amount. Same. Yeah. So now we can go and see the project summary that the project is done. So now we can go ahead and close the project. Okay, so we can go to the project, and here you can update. It's closed or completed. That's it. So we have given the feature of creating the project, creating the invoice, creating the receipt, to view the summary and view invoice and view receipts. So we can separately view the receipts also. Okay, that's it. Thank you.